really, well, when I first got started, I didn't have a sphere of influence. Just started learning all the new construction and really just being in the field and kind of conversing with clients, and I didn't know anything at all, And I mean, I really just tried to fake it till I made it all the time. And I always really tried to think, I'm like, okay, I really got to put on not a face in a sense, but I really got to act like I know what I'm doing and learn what I'm doing. And if you fake it for a while, then you'll start to realize that you start to embody it, And so I remember when I got into real estate, I was like, oh, there's Jordan and then there's JoJo, which is like in almost two different personalities. And it's weird when you first start like putting on that personality for work form, but then you just get so accustomed after a while. And then really, when I started working with Matt, I was still really kind of by the book with things. And I remember I went on some listing appointments with him, but I just realized like when in there, you almost like straight lined it in a sense, It was just like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. And then it was almost 20% kind of business and game plan, and this is what we're doing and talking numbers, but then the other 80% was just like you're hanging out with a friend and kind of BSing with them that. And so I went on a few with him, and I was like, oh, like you don't have to go in there and like, I used to look and be like, what's my sales pitch? I better say that, say this, say that. And then when I went in there, just stop trying to do that and being more personable, but also trying to bring the knowledge with it. It's when I really started having the most success with it, And so, and I'd say, I mean, like I could never do what Matt exactly does. I can never do what Vicky or Pierce does exactly. But what you'll see is like when you're working with other agents, I mean, whether they're outside of this brokerage or not, I've always said like, okay, take little attributes of agents like, hey, I kind of like the way they're doing that, or I kind of like the way they're doing this. And you just kind of start to formulate it all together and put it into your own business plan and your own personality. And that's where, you find the most success in a sense, And so, but yeah,